Happy Monday, everyone. Time for another live commentary. Today, we're taking a look at another bout from the 2019 World Championships in Budapest. This is from the round of 64, and it's between Erwan Pechoux and Max van Haaster. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. So both of these guys I've covered a bit on this channel. Pechoux was, in fact, one of my very first fencing idols. He's also a short lefty, as I am. And I don't think these two have ever fenced each other before this tournament. I do know what the result is, but I will not spoil it. But let's see how they stack up. Max comes out with a pretty easy march, but Pechoux's able to step inside it. He is very dangerous with that counterattack, and as he's so small, he's also very quick and very hard to hit when he can crush really hard like that. Max keeps on pushing. Pechoux, oh, again able to avoid getting hit. That was more of a shoulder duck than the distance, if I'm honest. Pechoux just kind of stood still. Were they passed? That's an excellent question. So did the ref see that or no? Okay. Pass causes a halt, so no touch. Van Haaster's riposte was started after the halt, not before it, so it's not valid. Very good call there by Pechoux to point that out. And here we go again. So Van Haaster keeps on marching. He is pretty known for this pretty relaxed prep. This time able to finish to the shoulder, no trouble. So perhaps Pechoux got pretty lucky with those previous two times that Van Haaster missed. Okay. Van Haaster tries a pretty opportunistic attack into Pechoux's start. That's pretty... ooh. Pechoux tries counter time but misses, and Van Haaster gets a remise. Okay. This is looking pretty good for Van Haaster, honestly. Pechoux likes to do a very, very slow, very relaxed march into a very powerful finish. Van Haaster tries a running attack off the line, goes off target. That's a little ambitious. And Pechoux opts to switch weapons. Does seem like a decent call psychologically as well, just because Van Haaster seems to be bringing the energy right off the bat, and it's got quite a bit of momentum. Okay, Van Haaster on the march once again. Pechoux gives him plenty of space, tries to break inside the distance again, but Van Haaster just accelerates, and another pretty easy attack for him. He is finishing to the flank, Pechoux being left-handed. That is a pretty good line to choose. Nothing really of note there. Pechoux tries a straight lunge into Van Haaster's march, but still Van Haaster's attack. Good on Max. He's gotten much better at finishing that attack in the last few years. Okay, keeps on marching, pretty withheld. Pechoux takes the blade though and starts himself. That bouncy march is classic Pechoux, but unable to finish. Van Haaster gets past him. Again, long attack by Van Haaster right off the line, and it's going to work. Pretty nice moves so far. He seems to be doing pretty much everything right against Pechoux's style. That time's all Pechoux though. He is pretty known for kind of getting up in your face like that, going very fast after his initial slow march. Van Haaster again on the march. Oh, waits a little too long that time though. Pechoux finds a cheeky little touch there. That is something that has kind of been an idiosyncrasy of Van Haaster's fencing for a while, is he tends to go very even tempo, which means he is a little bit more vulnerable than most fencers at this level to sudden counterattacks. It's easy to kind of time out based on where his step is, whether or not he's going to be ready to finish immediately. On the other hand, Van Haaster can kind of turn that in on its head and use counter time. That time doesn't need to though, as he just goes faster and finishes long. That time in 4, not hitting the outside line this time. So pretty good change. Pechoux might have trouble finding the blade. Oh, that's both stop, both go, feels like. Pechoux's going to ask for a video review. Interesting call. I can't separate that personally, but perhaps they can. Wish this referee the best of luck, because that is a pretty... The more I think about it, the tougher that call seems. It is Pechoux's attack. Very nice. Van Haaster just acknowledges that. So, point and line set up by Lepechoux this time. Van Haaster takes the blade, finishes. That's got to be Van Haaster still. Especially with that blade take right at the end there. It's not going to go any other way. Lepechoux could be a bit more active on defense, honestly. Putting out point and line is something, but like he wasn't doing much with his feet there. Lepechoux active on the offense. Lots of bounces back. Able to break inside. This is usually good for Lepechoux, but they collide and end up off the strip. Lepechoux kind of tackles his taller opponent there, although I don't think that was deliberate. I think he just got going a little too fast and couldn't stop himself in time. It is going to be a yellow card. Potentially for jostling, or maybe Korokor to avoid a touch. Maybe even stepping off the strip to avoid a touch. Doesn't really matter. Long finish by Lepechoux, as long as you can get, given his stature. I shouldn't make too many jokes about his height, but he is actually very good at using it to his advantage to be harder to hit. As we saw earlier, but not that time. Again, Van Haaster's able to finish to the shoulder. Nice and easy. Or rather, making it look easy. I'm sure it's quite difficult, actually, to hit Lepechoux there. Again, 2 steps forward off the line, but it's Van Haaster's attack. Lepechoux asked to test there, wondering if he hit his arm instead of the lame, but no, that was on target. Van Haaster's just got amazing point control today. Very nice to see. Running attack off the line. That might be simul. The ref gives it to Van Haaster's start. Lepechoux, I think that's a decent time to ask for a video review. In general, the type of attack you make, whether it's with a cross step or with a lunge, doesn't really matter if it's right off the line. The question is, did Van Haaster start first, or did Lepechoux and Van Haaster start together? Or did Lepechoux start first? I would honestly lean towards Van Haaster a little bit, but I'm not sure if it was enough. Alright, let's see what the call is. Simultaneous. Okay, so cool, my initial observation was correct. That's rare that that happens. Again, Van Haaster attacks off the line. Lepechoux finds the blade but late and hits off target. Or Van Haaster hits off target, rather. Ooh, does Van Haaster stop there? Ref's going to have a look at this one. Normally Van Haaster likes that, because it's a very... basically, he establishes his march just for 1 step and then hits as Lepechoux steps in. But if that was enough of a pause... Yep, it does go to Lepechoux. So Van Haaster was a little too passive starting there, I think. Too much hesitation. Which, as we've seen before in some of Van Haaster's bouts, is a bit of an issue that he has. Finishes longer that time, ends up dropping his weapon. Lepechoux gets an off target. Van Haaster finished, felt like a little bit too long for that distance, especially with Lepechoux just standing still, not stepping back at all. Ooh, that's kind of similar to the previous one. Felt a little different, though. Lepechoux's not going to ask for that. Or is he? Wait. Okay, did the referee call that simul? I definitely don't think it was simul. Did feel kind of like Van Haaster was starting there. Lepechoux kind of just tried to break out of distance and lunge back in. But I'm not sure if that was enough to change the right of way there. Referee's having a look. There's been a lot of these pretty tight calls this bout. It's really keeping me on my toes here. Quite a long wait for this one. Let's see. Man, this is quite a deliberation here. Let's see. Alright, here we go. The call is simultaneous after all that. Wow. It didn't feel like that to me, honestly. It felt like probably would go to Van Haaster, but maybe I'm misremembering. It has been a while since I saw that. Almost a minute now, I think. So we resume from where we were. Honestly, there comes an element of, like, do you stop going for touches like that? Because it's going to waste so much time for the referees to take a look at it. That time it's 2 attacks off the line, 1 off target light for Pechoux though. Van Haaster marches again, finishes on the inside. Pechoux parries, but can't land the riposte. Actually, that may have been a counter riposte by Van Haaster. I couldn't tell if he got the blade the second time. But at any rate, he's able to win the in-close blade situation. And Pechoux again switches weapons. This coming already after a pretty long break before the previous touch. Van Haaster's going to have some trouble getting a psychological edge here and start like building up an advantage. Pechoux, although he's down in score, is doing as good a job he can of keeping Van Haaster kind of under control. So we'll see. It is a little bit worrisome that... Okay, that's still attack left. Oh, I'm sorry, attack right, the referee says. Pechoux asks for another video review. That is also very similar to a previous touch that was given to Pechoux. So we'll see if it's enough. He is clearly making a step back there, but the idea is he steps back, Van Haaster pauses, and he steps in first. But the referee says no, it's still Van Haaster's attack. Pechoux asks for clarification from the video ref, and apparently it's enough to mollify him for the moment. Alright, Van Haaster still marches. Pechoux pointed line. Oh, short with the first one. Van Haaster able to find a piece of the blade and just finish. Pretty short distance. Again, that point line setup doesn't feel like it's ideal for Pechoux because he likes to be so active with his feet. Feels kind of counterproductive to put the point line because that tends to slow the bout down and make things more stationary. That's good for Pechoux. That very strong parry 6 on the way in. Very safe way of collapsing distance, and Pechoux's normal strong suit is working at that distance, getting right up in his opponent's grill. There's a counterattack, same kind of idea. Van Haaster rushes a little, with this blade a little too withheld, Pechoux could just blast in. That type of action that involves Pechoux getting very close is really his wheelhouse, and it's kind of concerning that he hasn't gotten a lot of the previous touches involving infighting. But now he seems to be doing way better. Parry post again, he missed the first one though, so that is a very good call by the ref to save Van Haaster's riposte off target. Oh man, Pechoux got around Van Haaster's blade but missed. That was a close one. That big sweep for the blade by Van Haaster is not the best idea against Pechoux. He, for all his kind of crazy looking speed, he does have very precise blade control when he needs to. And he's able to make that disengage on the fly. Oh, 2 attacks off the line. I feel like this goes to Van Haaster. Maybe it's Simul. Nope, it is Van Haaster. Max has really been loving that off-the-line situation so far. Pechoux has gotten a few of those cheeky like step-out, step-in type deals, but seems like Van Haaster is the one trying to force that situation more than Pechoux. If I'm honest, I think Pechoux might have a better chance letting Van Haaster march at him and then going for a crushing counterattack when he gets going too fast. Looks like they turned off the machine on the other strip just to make it less loud, I guess. Okay, long attack by Pechoux. Lots of beats. Van Haaster can't find it, yeah. Pechoux's blade control is very good at that distance. Especially if he's putting out so much pressure. Van Haaster kind of got a scramble at the end there. It's just a little rough. Another attack off the line by Van Haaster, and again, finishes with the kind of flick to the inside line. Yeah, actually, he has favored that off the line more often than finishing to the shoulder. So Pechoux might try a very quick parry forward post off the line. Because every time Van Haaster's made a long attack like that, right when the ref says fence, it's usually been to the inside line. In fact, all of the ones that involved a cross step have been. Alright, here we go again. 2 attacks, this time favors Pechoux. So very brave of him to keep going off the line like that. Oh, that still goes to Pechoux. Yeah. Because Van Haaster did step back there, it was pretty clear. It did sound like there was a blade contact though, so perhaps might go to Van Haaster's parry if he's very lucky, but I doubt it. Let's see, the ref's having another pretty long and hard look at this one. I'd say looking just at the feet, it probably goes to Pechoux, but I did hear a little hitting of the blades together. So I don't know if that's enough to give it to Van Haaster. It might be. I doubt it, though. Ah, it's a tough one. Gotta rely on the referee. Let's see what it is. Oh. Goes to Van Haaster. Wow. Yeah, Pechoux said there was a pause there. So I don't know if it was a blade taking or if Pechoux was slightly late. It felt like Pechoux was good there. I don't know. It's interesting. I've probably got to rewatch this bout and go through those calls in super slow motion just to parse it out, because that refereeing was far above my pay grade, to be sure. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this and maybe learned something about refereeing along the way. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.